So I've opened up my Feral Burger project. I know that it is the correct project because it is named here. And I am also sure that my image size is correct because it's supposed to be 11 inches by 8.5 inches. I have 2 layers over here, and this is my tablecloth, white, and then my red checker on top. I've made both of these layers, and I use the paint bucket to fill this one white and the paint bucket to fill this one red. Now I am changing the size of my red by holding Control T, and I'm scaling my checkerboard to the size that I believe it should be. I have the Move tool selected. By pressing and holding the Alt key, I can click and drag and create new checkers. I'm going to take these 4 layers and merge them. So holding the Shift key, I click on the bottom layer. All 4 layers are now highlighted. I'm going to right click and select Merge Layers. This is a little bit too large for my image, so I'm going to do Control T, and I am going to scale it smaller. Again, holding that Alt key down because I have the Move tool selected, I'm going to click and drag and create a second layer. Click and drag, create a third layer, and click and drag to create the 4th. Again, the top layer is highlighted. I'm pressing and holding the Shift key. I'm clicking on the bottom layer. I am right-clicking, and I am merging all of these to one. This little bit here looks messy. So now that I have my Move tool selected, I'm just simply using the keys on my keyboard, and I am nudging them over until I believe this left side and this right side are basically halfway. I have my checkerboard complete. Now I'm going to go up, and I'm going to do Layer, New Layer, and I'm going to create my plate. I want my plate to be white, so I've selected white. I have my paintbrush, and I'm making sure that it is a hard edge. I am using the brackets next to the letter P, and I am scaling my brush to be the size that I want for my plate, and I am clicking once. Now I am going to do a shadow around this plate. So over here, if I double click on this, it changes the name. I don't want that. But if I double click here, it opens up a new window. This window talks about all the different layer styles. If I want to do drop shadow, I can check it. If I want to change where that drop shadow is falling, then I need to click once here to make this blue. And now I can come over here and I can change the angle of my shadow. See how it's coming up that side? And I'm going to have the shadow come this way. And now I'm going to adjust it to where I like. And if I wanted, I don't think you should for this plate shadow, but if I wanted, I could click here and I could change it. See, it's a different color, but we don't want that, right? We want it to stay black as a shadow. And press OK. So now I have this. Now I'm going to do Layer, New Layer, Plate, and I am going to click here, and I'm going to get a little bit of a lighter shade. So this is what it was, and this is what it will be. And I'm going to click once to make it slightly smaller. I'm going to try and get it perfectly in the middle. And I'm clicking once. And now I'm going to double click on this one as well. And I feel like that kind of makes the plate look a little bit more three-dimensional. You can play around with these different textures to see what works best for you. But I like the way how that works. So I'm going to press OK. Now I'm going to do Layer, New Layer, and I am going to create a bun. Again, I'm sorry, a burger. You don't have to. So now I'm working on the bun. You can create whatever image you would like for your project, as long as it's a layered food. Again, I'm making it slightly smaller, and I'm clicking once, and that is going to be the bottom bun, but I believe I need to make it a little darker. So now if you look down here, I will have a little bit of a gradation from light to dark because I created a harsh color. So this color could be any color. It could be green, it could be blue, whatever we want. I'm now clicking on my magic wand to select that. And because I have selected that, my marching ants are going so that the only selection is this yellow here. So when I come up to do my gradation, I would use this one, the radial, and I can click and drag. And I just kind of think that that looks more three-dimensional by having a light and dark. I can do Control D to deselect. I could even double click on this guy. Okay, so I changed that shadow to make it kind of look a little bit more three-dimensional. And I'm pressing OK. Now I'm going to do Layer, New Layer, and make the patty. And I'm going to get a brown. Lots of students ask, how do you find a good brown? I would go towards your orange, and then you can click around here. So I'm going to, again, go back to B for brush. I'm going to make the patty a little bit smaller. Click once. I'm going to do Control plus to zoom in. I'm going to click down here on this brown. I'm going to make it darker so I can create some char marks. I'm using my brackets to make my brush smaller. And then I'm going to create some zigzag. I think that's too small. So in my history, I'm going to undo that, make my brush a little bit bigger. And create some curl marks. And now I can double click on this. I like to move this layer screen over. So here I can see my burger, and by clicking on texture, do you see how it kind of shows some texture here? Everything in Photoshop you can adjust to your liking. So you can come in here and you can move these to make it more custom for you. So this is one way, okay, that we could have our burger. I'm going to turn off these effects. And another way that we can do it is we can open up a filter gallery up here. And this launches all the different filters. So you can click on these folders to open them, and they show you a little preview. Another one that might work is glass. And you can change to kind of create grill marks. If you don't want to see a certain layer, you can turn it off, so you can turn off visibility on the layers. So this is the patty that I want to work with, and now I'm going to do Layer, New Layer, and let's say you're going to do tomato. The other thing that I said at the beginning of the course was that you're allowed to go onto the internet to find images that would help make your artwork look better. So here I decided to look up a tomato slice, and now I can see what they look like individually. This is the one that we need to be looking at, that bird's eye view, because that's how we're constructing our project. This one would not work for the project. So as you can see here, there's 6 different sections in this one, whereas this one only has 3. So when I go back into Photoshop and I'm on my tomato layer, I can find a red, and I can get my brush large, and again it needs to be a hard edge, and I don't want it to completely fill the burger, so that's probably a good size. And then I can click once, and now I can go back to this image, and I notice, oh, actually it's a darker red on the outside. So I'm going to click here, get a darker red, and then flip it a little bit smaller, get a lighter red, and then go back. And then I'll notice that there's all these segments. So now I'm going to come back with that darker red. So I'm using the eye for the eyedropper tool and clicking. And now I'm going back to my brush. I'm zooming in, Control plus, and making my brush a little bit smaller. And I need to make triangles. when you guys are working, I want to be able to see highlights and shadows within your work. I don't want, I don't like how this is coming out. What I'm going to do is I am going to undo my history. And I'm going to make the brush bigger. And I am going to click. And then I'm going to eyedrop. And then make my brush smaller. And I'm going to do it the opposite way. And I can click, holding the shift key, click again. And then click, holding the shift key, click again. Click, holding the shift key, click again, and then I can kind of make these a little bit more organic. So I want you guys to take time creating these things. I don't want them to just be thrown together. So I'm just going around, navigating, so I'm using my space bar. And any side that has a bit of a point, I'm just making it a little bit more curved so it looks more like that organic tomato. So again, grab tool is the space bar. And I'm working quick because I don't want to lose you guys in a long video. If I wasn't doing a recording, I would spend a lot more time on it. This is not done. Then I would go in with a lighter yellow to make the seeds, and then an even lighter pink to yellow to do these darker inside pieces. Okay, and that's what I would expect you guys to do too. So again, I can go in with the yellow. And create. Actually, I think I'll do the white first. So I'm going to go a little bit lighter yellow. And you're going to want to create these shapes. And then a yellower seed. Okay, and again, I'm rushing. This isn't the quality of work that I want you guys to do. I want you to do it better. But I do need you to spend time and create really interesting details. And as you're working, I would definitely go through and check and see, Control 0, and turn off all of your layers and go, okay, this is frame 1, this is frame 2, this is frame 3, frame 4, frame 5 so far of your movie, okay? So please check and make sure that all of that is cleaned up as well. You also might want to, like, I'll highlight all of those, get my move tool, and I might want to move my burger over here so that I can have room for pickle or chips or French fries here. I haven't even done my silverware and napkin and drink here. So there's a lot to do. So this is not a project that you finish in 1 or 2 class periods. This is going to take a while.